So I haven't done any videos now for quite a few weeks, and sorry about that, but I've been kind of busy doing a few other things, off on holidays, which has been lovely, and travelling around, and looking after my kid. School has summer holidays, of course, mums know that pretty well, and also working towards this new exhibition, which somehow I've managed to put on just at the end of the summer holidays, and this is on at Oriel Theatr Clwyd, and the exhibition is called Home and Garden by the Jellyfish Sea, which is kind of describing where I live in some terms, I guess, the island of Anglesey, off the coast of North Wales. And some of these pieces have been in very recent exhibitions, like these pieces I'm showing just now, from Mum Walking, which is a costume and performance performed by Wanda Zaborska in the exhibition Mum Man Dum Dam, which was in North Wales at Gallery in January. And then there's other pieces here that haven't been shown in Wales before, or new pieces. This one has been exhibited in some other locations in Europe, but not here in Wales, and this is called Mum's Sad Angry Clock. And over there I just walked past my giant cooker apron, which is a new piece, and Dad's Angry Blanket, which, if I just wander up to that, I'm going to do a long video this morning, but just to give you some ideas. This is actually made a few years ago. It's been all around Europe, it seems, quite popular work. It's exhibited on a single bed, and it's made from latex and fragments of books from my father's library. He was a Greek Latin scholar, theologian, linguist. Got some excerpts. I'll focus on one in particular that means a lot to me, and that's his Bible in Greek with his notes about the text. So he kept on studying these things until he died, and he was in the church. He became Chancellor of Hereford Cathedral at one point, and religious life was, and study was his whole life really. Going up here we see the bed sheets I made that were incorporated in the last exhibition. They're made out of sinks, kitchen sinks here, and they're kind of cast and then embedded in the sheet. My mum used to have blue sheets, so this one relates. This comes from the last exhibition, and there's my pile of tripods down there. When I do this quick short, I kind of like the way the sun comes through them, like the stained glass, which relates a bit to the church heritage I grew up in so strongly. And on the other side we have cookers, a bit like dressmaking kit there. It's on the other sheet, and then new work here, which is called Grassroots, and I've made this as a painting of a single blade of grass. When I came back from the Middle East, the grass seemed to be like almost a wondrous thing, having lived in the desert for 6 years. And these casts here of some garden tools, which it seemed to me they look a bit like the kind of roots as well, as they curled up, and I kind of liked the idea that they were becoming kind of disintegrated, not disintegrated, but kind of softened from their original steel and wood forms into something that was more organic as well. I'm showing here the superhero ladder, which was shown in Biennale of Women's Art in Spain a couple of years ago, and I hadn't shown it here before, so we've got some. When it was shown before, we had a really tall ceiling. It was 5 meters long, so it was trailing right down from the ceiling. We had to make a different arrangement here, but we've got some superheroes on there that seem to be falling down. Whether heroic or not, there's Batman. And is that Iron Man? There's Iron Man and Captain America's in there somewhere, I think. And then right up here we've got superhero woman in blue. So we're trying a different arrangement in this gallery. You can see a bit of a scan of the gallery. I've also got some kind of fragmentary paintings that I've done, and I kept them like loose, wispy fragments on this satin. It's actually acrylic of satin, and they're fragments of scenes around me, really, from the puddles when it's been really wet on Newborough Warren, the sea, Marshdraith Bay, and more reflections in the puddles. And then we move on to this large piece here. It was the first piece I made with kitchen sinks. I don't always do it. I think being a mother, I found suddenly with an infant that I was spending an awful lot of time at this object that I'd never really thought about before, and I felt knew about it, and it seemed kind of ironic, the shapes of it, kind of took on a sense of humour, I guess, as much as I had to be at that object, making all his meals as mothers do, so many times a day, all those routines. And over here, this new piece for this exhibition hasn't been shown before. It's really huge, actually. It's like 2.5 metres long, 3 metres. So 3 metres long from the top down to the bottom. It's a cloak with a hood, painted on satin, and probably there'll be a kind of performance using this at some point. And these are covered with casts of tools and garden tools and other kinds of tools, hammers, rakes, saws, trowels, and it's called Garden-Shaman Cloak. And these are all new works in this last section, actually. This is called Kitchen Table Cuts, and these are cast from different kinds of loaves of bread, which I kind of experimented with different colours. In the end I reverted to black and purple, coming in quite a lot in this new work with knives. Not all meal times are comfortable. Not all meal times are communions. This piece called the Bishop's Foxglove, which is these pieces. A lot to say about each individual piece, but I'm just giving a little glance here. It's painting on satin, and these are cast returning to my parents' house. They lived in Wales a few years ago. There were lots of objects in corners and cupboards, and there were lots of these sherry glasses which I remembered, and then some magenta coloured port glasses which had belonged to my grandmother, and small shot glasses as well. So all these things for drinking, and I kind of thought about all the drinking that's involved in the life of the religious community around Hereford Cathedral, where I grew up, and the church, and also the communion, and then the kind of not drinking as well, and then the effect of drinking, and the double naming of things like spirits. And I think the shape initially made me think about a foxglove, so I decided to make one. And as I recall my mother's love of foxgloves, and thinking about holidays in North Wales as a kid, coming and picking foxgloves. There's a little picture of me at 5 years old with this big bunch of foxgloves I picked. And of course, a medicine digitalis, with heart medicine made from a foxglove. So, if it doesn't kill you, it might cure you. What's good for you can be poisonous. What is good for you? Good question. And this is my other new piece here. Colour doesn't come over very truly, unfortunately, but it's called the Jellyfish Tablecloth, and it's made from kitchen utensils. Down here you'll see ladles, spaghetti spoons, lots and lots of knives and forks, and kind of dangling. And pudding basins, mixing bowls, kind of metaphorical objects. And just get a scan of the whole gallery here. Take it back. So this exhibition running at Oriel Theatr Clwyd in Mould, near the border of Wales and Cheshire. It runs till 13th of October. And pretty soon I'll be back to making some other kinds of videos as well.